for the thick of it all. If they don't give me room, well then I'll give them the wall. I'm gonna smoke my tires when the victory calls. I'm gonna be there, be there. I wanna see my face up on the jumbo screen. Feel the white hot metal of a winning machine. Because you win or you lose and there's no in between. I wanna be there, be there, be there.
NASCAR on speed. Be there.
4 races remain in this fight for the championship, the Target Series 10th championship. We head to Newton, Iowa at the Iowa Speedway for the running of the Advanced Auto Parts 300. On the pole for today's race, the 66 of Case Nacko, but starting beside him in the second position is the points leader Landon Lyons in the 10. Then third place Brett Sear comes in fourth in the points, so still with a shot. And starting in fourth is Bronson Minnick, and rounding out the top 5, John Smith needs a perfect day here today, trying to get back into the championship fight. Alex Fletcher, right now just outside the top 5 in points, will start 6th there today. 7th place for Zachary DeLello, 8th place Leon Capana, 9th place Andrew Bean, and rank on the top 10, Matt as well as the A7, basically out of the championship fight down at the bottom of the points. Back behind for the rest of the field, Jay Rando, to his inside, Sean Richardson in the 29, along with Freddie Soto in the 17, and the 5 of Jeff Bright. Then there's Jonathan Beefer, he comes in town with Alex Fletcher in the points, to his inside, Jennifer Beefer in the 88. Then there's Riley Sprague to the 47, and the 40 of Edwin Mendez, along with Sebastian Kukul on the 6, and the 22 of Luke Rainey, along with Jonathan Rains comes in 5th in the point standings, to his outside, the 27 of Tyler Fink. Then we have Oliver Evans in the 62, and the 89 of Marshall Burrow, along with Evan Hunter in the 28, and the 32 of Trey Rainey. Then there's Jake Gow in the 18, and the 16 of Nonigan Scott. Then we have Carson Bowers and Justin Zidell, the 99. Danny Lloyd dominated here last night in the Pennzoil Truck Series. He comes in 2nd in the points, to his outside Keegan Thompson, the 11, another one of our chasers. Then there's Ko Luigi in the 33, inside of him 3rd in points, Nathan Green, along with Ann McDowell, the 20, and the 23 of Alex Reynolds. Then there's Jack Henramo and Anthony Hernandez, and in the final row, Eli Bright, the 1, and the 60 of Jack Marshall. There's our starting lineup for the Advanced Auto Parts 300 here at Iowa. Let's go to track time, fire these cars up.
Drivers, start your engines!
40-car strong field fires up their engines for 45 laps in the Advanced Auto Parts 300 at Iowa. Landon Lyons, who starts 2nd here today, comes out with a 3-point advantage over Danny Lloyd, 4 points over Nathan Green, 7 over Sierra and Keegan Thompson, and 8 over Jonathan Rains. 45 laps, Nacko and Lyons, the front row, Sierra, Minnick, John Smith are the top 5. We're green flag racing at Iowa. Lyons didn't give up on the outside until Nacko slid the racetrack. Here comes Sierra to the inside, leading to the first lap. Case Nacko does it from pole position. Lyons wide into turn 1. Here comes Sierra to the inside for the race lead. Has John Smith behind him. Nacko slides to the racetrack. Lyons trying to get in behind that 09 down the inside. There's a little bit of a hole to get in. Sierra to the lead. Smith with him, the 09. Smith looks low now in turn 3 and 4. He's down to the bottom of the racetrack as they battle off turn number 4. Brett Sierra leads the second lap of the race. Smith to his inside. Lyons on the outside, DeLello. Here comes Bean and Sean Richardson to the inside as 2 chasers battle for the race lead. Nacko trying to get low. He's going to get to the middle lane at 3 wide now. As Sierra went really wide. Now let's take 6 in the middle. Lyons still hung up top. Smith to the front in the 09, one of our chasers. DeLello to his inside, the 01. Nacko now to the top side, cleared Sierra. And now Landon Lyons starting to fall back in the 10 the outside. DeLello slides up, almost into Nacko. John Smith from the race lead to 2nd as DeLello moves from 2nd to the race lead. So now Zachary DeLello, the new man out front. Here comes Andrew Bean, the 05, looking lower. Bean might go 3 wide as they come out turn 4. The 01 slid up into the 09. Barely cleared him. Almost put the 09 to the wall. DeLello led the lap. Now Bean to the inside, turn 1. Here comes Sean Richardson. The 01 way wide. DeLello out of the groove and now up top 3 wide. That's close. He's banging with John Smith down the back. Smith wants to clear him and does. Kashan now for the lead, the 29 down the inside. As Andrew Bean went on the track, he'll lead the lap. Now Kashan looking low in the 29. 3 wide behind them, Jeffrey Beeford to the inside, the 88. And up top, it is Zach DeLello, middle lane. It is pole sitter Casey Nacko. Now Lyons in line in front of Riley Spriggs, who Sierra might get down from him as well, but Sierra's going to fight to the outside of Fletcher here. Try and get down front of that 10. 3 wide for the lead. Jennifer Buford puts Soto in the middle. Up top it's Kashawn Richardson. They're banging doors. Jennifer led the lap by a skosh into turn 1. She'll slide up. Oh, Kashawn's really wide here. That 17's got to clear him. And does. Nana go back for the lead. Gunning hard on the inside on Jennifer Buford. The 88 will clear that 66. Brett Sierra looks 3 wide on Bean and Kashawn. Wanted to get as far away from Landon Lyons as he can, try and win this race. He knows he has 7 points to make up when Lyons starting inside the top 5. And right now running inside the top 10. It's going to be hard to make up those points unless Lyons has an issue here today. 8 laps complete the start finish line. Craziness here today. 3 chasers on the inside as Fletcher guns for the lead. Sierra goes wide. Here goes points leader Landon Lyons looking 3 wide for a second position. 8 laps complete. Alex Fletcher led that lap in the 41. Sierra looks for a second, and Landon Lyons looking to try and just stay with that 98. Yeah, Fletcher comes in right now, the 41. He's tied for, I believe, 7th of the points with Jonathan Buford. He has 10 points back of Lyons, so he needs to win today and then have some other things go his way. How about 3 chasers and a 3-way fight for the lead? Fletcher has the lead. Sierra wants it, and right behind Sierra, Landon Lyons might go 3 wide. Our points leader, no fear, 3 wide. Yellow flag, a crash has occurred. Code Luigi, Justin Zidell, Fink and others, but racing back around to the caution flag. 2 of our championship contenders. Lyons, the points there. Sierra comes in, 4th in points. And it's going to be Landon Lyons back in front in the 10. Sierra 2nd, and the field now gets a breather. Yeah, after some crazy racing early on, the field now gets to calm down and take a deep breath and not hit these drivers that are trying to, I think, let some others through. I think someone has to get going here, and Trey Rainey might be stalling the field out right here. I don't know if he has to let someone by. Yes, they have to let, it looks to be Jack Canarama by, so Trey will have to let Canarama get by, and then they'll be all right to continue on. So caution flag in the air, Landon Lyons back in front, and the field will have to get orderly right here. Canarama's going to have to find a way around to get to Trey Rainey. It looks like he's going to do that right here on the inside, and get his positioning back. They can get their laps back, and we'll go from there. So first caution flag in the air in Iowa. Let's see what brought out. Carson Bowers is the one that spun around, but the focus of the crash is going to be right here. This middle lane, the 12 of Brunswick, and up top, the 62 of Oliver Evans. Battling 3 wide, just inside the top 20. Minnick gets up into the side of Oliver Evans, a little right there, coming down the racetrack for the 12. He'll get into the side of Carson Bowers hard enough to where it spins to 25 immediately. 2nd in points, Lloyd. 3rd in points, Green does get contact with Evan Hunter, another one of our chasers, as cars try to scour to avoid it. Then Bowers sits sideways. There's Trey Rainey getting some spots out of it. They actually Amick down, Jack came around with their damage. Zidell may have hit Code Luigi in that, but 3rd in points, Nathan Green involved in this in the 24 car. He got some pretty heavy front-end damage and all that. 2nd in points, Lloyd missed it. He's going to try and run down Landon Lyons, who's been up front and currently leading the race. And Nathan Green came in 3rd in the points you mentioned and only has 4 laps led at this point in the season. He's 3rd in the points. It's not been a showy season, but it's been good. You see Hunter get away. Scott got some damage as well, the 16. So, but the 24, a lot of damage there for Nathan Green. And not good to see when our points leader is out front. The 10 of Landon Lyons leading the way, beating Brett Sierra back around to the start finish line. Now points leader Landon Lyons looking to gain points on the rest of the competition. He currently leads the Advanced Auto Parts 300 in Iowa. This is going to be a disorderly restart as some drivers have not been able to get back around the pace car to get their laps back. We have a lot of lap down cars in the middle of this field like Jack Marshall, Edwin Mendez, Jack Canaramo, Trey Rainey, Kukulan, McDowell, Thompson, Fink, Luigi, and there's Zidell. You can see all those cars in between 4th and 5th place. This is going to be an interesting restart. We might see some penalties handed out for drivers not being in the right position. So out front, these front 3 haven't made. They're going to be going and getting away. It's Lyons, Sierra, and Bean with a ton of lap cars at the front of the field. We're back Green, but look at Alex Fletcher's going to get kind of screwed out of this because he's on the outside. Zidell, who kind of just forced himself into a hole where he shouldn't have been. Fletcher now, as Zidell does have that penalty, he's going to have to come down pit road for it. Smart move there because he kind of just forced himself where he shouldn't have been. Mendez going wide is at the front of the field. Lyons has gotten away, and lap cars are battling the lead lap cars. This is working out perfectly for Lyons, who was pulled away by 6 or 7 car lengths. And then lap cars on the inside. Jennifer Buford, our first lead lap car on the inside, trying to move by both Sierra and Bean to get up to 2nd. She'll gouge her way to the inside Sierra, push him up the racetrack. So Landon Lyons leads in the 10. His next highest competition is Jennifer Beeford, who is now second, trying to get by the lap car of Jack Marshall. There are a ton of lap cars up here in the middle of this pack. Our nearest one behind all these lappers is Riley Sprotube, our nearest lead lap car. And they go by and then you see Nanico, Fletcher, Luke Rainey and Freddie Soto, Jonathan Rains, and all these others. Who this is really hurting is maybe Danny Lloyd, who is maybe looking to try and gain spots on the restart, but has not been able to because of what's happened. He's right now 24th, and he really wanted to gain some spots and points here because Landon Lyons is right now in the perfect position out front because of what's happening back behind him. But Jennifer has emerged in second now. She's clear of all lap traffic. Straight running the highest lap car. The next highest lead lap car is currently Andrew Bean and Brett Serber. They're on the outside. And then you go back and you try and find the nearest lead lap car back here, and it's Nanico, and then Fletcher and Soto. So a wacky restart there has jumbled the running order and has allowed this front pack, these front 4 or so lead lap cars to break away. A battle lead is evident. Landon Lyons has it. Jennifer Beeford is there to want it. She'll look inside, and all the chasers are currently cheering her on. They know if Lyons wins tonight, that could be big trouble for their championship chances. Well, these two have a good gap back to third place. As Jennifer and Lyons still door to door. Lyons led the lap. Not letting Jennifer get that lead quite yet. Jennifer Beeford to take the lead off turn 2. Now Lyons might get stuck up top and drop back because that 60 of Marshall and the third 2 Trey Rennie. He'll try and get line in front of that 60 right there, and Marshall lets him do that. He'll look for the crossover as Green is on pit road to damage. Landon Lyons back to the lead. He has not let the 88 lead a lap. Now Marshall might look 3 wide right here. Does the 60 do it? He'll look along Lyons and Beeford. They'll shove both the lead lap cars up the racetrack. Trey Rennie gonna try and filter through because these drivers might hope a yellow comes out right here. Be perfect timing for both of them. Jack Marshall and Trey Rennie. See Lyons right there really wide. The 60 Marshall's going to clear him. Now Trey Rennie to his inside. Beeford is cleared to try and get down and past that 10. Back behind these drivers are bound with lap down cars and lead lap down cars. There's cars everywhere. Landon Lyons is clear to lead. Jennifer Beeford is clear in second. Marshall now wide as Trey Rennie looks inside. Lyons will get to the inside Marshall. As Lyons has led the most laps here today, our points leader, showing why he is the one on top in points. Looking to try and get a huge gap entering the final 3 races. Ever since Jennifer has caught that 10 car, that 88 has not led a lap since that 10 caught him. We'll see if this time Beeford can get that lap led. Lyons really wide, didn't get in the gas hard. We'll see if Beeford can get it. Not quite yet. That 10 not letting the 88 lead. I think this time she'll have him though. Jennifer Beeford out front, 20 to go at the start-finish line. 88 car out front, lap traffic ahead is Nathan Green, maybe in a pit loop. And a tough break for the driver who came in third in the points. Both lead lap cars again on the outside. Yellow's out, can Trey beat the 88 back? I don't think he did. Bronson Mick involved in this one. Hard damage, DeLello and Hernandez also have damage. And they've wrecked on the front stretch, and it's a massive one. Jonathan Beeford's upside down. We have cars everywhere. And this happened at the front of the field. See, some of our drivers that are running inside the top 10 have damage. A lot of cars involved in this one. We had a crash coming back around. And no, Trey Rennie did not beat Jennifer Beeford back. It is our second caution flag here in Iowa. Bronson Mick involved in the yellow, but then they crashed racing back around to the caution flag. 3 wide racing, DeLello the one up top, Minnick in the middle, and down low to Evan Hunter. The 28 slides a little wide, getting tight underneath the 12 and the 01. 01 into the 12 into the 01, can't go any higher. 28 spins Minnick down to the inside. See Minnick then going down to the apron through the grass, losing control of the car. He's got to merge back up before that wall comes up and just can't let off in time. He'll get up into the DeLello, the 01, hanging them both hard into the outside wall. The 12 then down into traffic. Look at Danny Lloyd. Eli Bright hits the 12 of Minnick. Minnick down to Marshall Burrow, into Anthony Hernandez. Alex Reynolds finds a way through that. Wow, that 23. I don't think he made any contact in that. Alex Reynolds somehow found a way through, but a lot of cars involved in this one. As Minnick gets the worst of it, he's going to be done for the day here in Iowa. It all started off turn 4, and it ended off turn 2, so it took about half a lap. But now I want to know what happened to the front of the field. Danny Lloyd Barely missed getting clipped in that. And Alex Reynolds found a way through it all. So in the race back around, someone somewhere up there, they got together into the wall, and this is front of the field, battling for third, Spurley to Bananico. They're battling for third. These are 3 lead lap cars. Spurley to Bananico, around they go. Canaramo, there's Fink and Kukulan. Luigi, and they start stacking up Wells and Buford into the air. Jake Gow and Scott hits Buford. Seidel and Rando, Danny Lloyd slams on brakes. I think he misses this. This could be great for the 38. He might gain some points here if some of our chasers did get contact in this. Like Jonathan Buford's going to be out of the race. He just got flipped in this. Another look. And Spurgeon just crowned that 6-6 up too high and put him into the wall. See Fletcher get away. And now for the field, a reset button. And obviously not for a lot of drivers, though, who have gotten collected in this big accident. Buford honestly, Dixie Lloyd getting going, that 38. He might gain some spots off that one. So racing back around front, Jeffrey Buford, the 88, currently leads the Advanced Auto Parts Tournament at Iowa, looking to win here and ruin the Chasers party, including points leader Landon Lyons. A lot of retirees after this one, 16 to go when we get going. Out in front, Jeffrey Buford. Out from the crash, Bronson McNoggan, Scott, Jay Rando, Jake Galloway, Sebastian Kukulan, Oliver Evans, Leon Campana, and a ton of cars are 1 lap down. We have 22 on the lead lap. Zachary DeLello, the last of them in the 01 car. Currently, Danny Lloyd up to 15th as points leader Landon Lyons rides in second, but 2 lap cars. In between he and first place, Jennifer Buford, there's Trey Ray and Jack Marshall. There's Lyons, Bean, Fletcher, Spurley, Tube, and Nanico still up there. Lapper, then Rains, Lapper, Jeff Bright, Lapper, Soto, and Ciro. That's the front 10. We are back to racing in Iowa. Nanico does not get going. He has a ton there. Spurley does keep pace with the front 5. Buford goes wide, lap car Trey Ray to the inside, and that can shove that 88 out. 5 cars have gotten away in the battle for the lead as Jeffrey Buford, Landon Lyons, Andrew Bean, Alex Fletcher, Riley Spurgeon all in it to win it with lap cars in between. 15 laps to go, Jeffrey Buford leads. Now Landon Lyons the 10 to the inside. Can he try and win here today to extend that points lead? Alex Fletcher wants to keep him from doing that, but look at that. Bean to knock off the corner. Well, it's a 2-car race down the backstretch for the lead. Landon Lyons to the front again. Buford can try and get in line in second. He makes contact with Trey Rainey. Almost made the third 2 out. Lyons takes the lead with 14 to go. What a great save. DeLello on pit road is an issue. The 01. Lyons laps the 60 again. Yellow's back out. Can Trey Rainey get back around this time in front? Does he send it on the 10? He's going to look low. Can he get it back around front? Lyons wide. Trey Rainey digging on the bomb to the caution flag. Our third of the day. It's Landon Lyons back in front. And he keeps the 32 and the 60, trapped a lap down. Don't know who was involved in this one. It might have been the 20, maybe a simple spin down the front stretch. That's what happened. Our third caution flag of the Advanced Auto Parts 300. Danny Lloyd is wasting no time getting to the front end. Don't disagree with him because this is a lap car Van McDowell. He's obviously not caring what he does. He wants to get caught back up. Maybe just gets into him on purpose and spins him around. I don't know if it's on purpose or not, but he spins the 20 around. The caution flag is called, and McDowell takes a solo spin down the front stretch off of the front bumper of second in points, Danny Lloyd, who really needed that caution to get caught up right there. He was kind of off the lead draft, and I think that maybe he's just a little aggravated right now with how everything's been playing out this race, and he took his frustrations out right there. Don't really know what's happening inside the helmet of that 38 driver, but definitely not happy for sure. So a ton of cars on pit road, ton of cars lapped down, and points leaders back out front. Landon Lyons leads the Advanced Auto Parts 300, looking to win for those 15 points and extend that points lead. Under 10 laps to go when we take the green flag, it'll be a 9-lap dash unless we get another yellow flag. There are currently 32 cars left running that are competitive. There are 20 currently on the lead lap. Last of them is Luke Rainey. Trey Rainey and Jack Marshall are in between our race leaders. So Landon Lyons leads in the 10 car. Second place back here, 2 cars between the 10 and the 88, Jennifer Buford. Third place, Andrew Bean. Fourth place, Alex Fletcher. Riley Spurgeon was currently 5th. They have 2 lap cars between that and 6th place, Jonathan Rains. Another lap car between he and 7th place, Freddie Soto. Then Brett Sears, 8th. Lap car between he and 9th place, Jeff Bright. And Casey Nago is currently 10th. They have John Smith, 11th. Lap car between he and 12th place, Sean Richardson. Wells is 13th. 14th is Alex Reynolds. His lap car between he and him. 15th, Marshall Burrow. 16th, Evan Hunter. And there's Danny Lloyd back in 17th. Lap cars come down pit road. Pace cars in. 9 laps to go for Landon Lyons. He steps on the gas and gets going. Jeffrey Buford did not get going from second. That allows Lyons with a nice gap. He goes wide, and the lap cars jump inside. We'll see. 8 to go to the start finish line. Landon Lyons leads. But now Trey looking to his inside. These lap cars could determine the outcome of this race, and I don't think it's good. I think they are going to determine the outcome of this race. Rainey now back in the lead lap. But we need a quick yellow flag to really make up time. Lyons goes really wide. Andrew Bean to second on the inside lane. Pro 2 Fame back in the 47. 4-car battle for the win. Lyons still going wide. Andrew Bean looking to his inside. He's there. Trying to get that side draft. 7 laps remain in Iowa. Andrew Bean to the inside, Landon Lyons. And chaser Alex Fletcher. Want to beat that 10 as bad as he does. I think he's going to fight that 10 harder than he ever has. Look at Bean. Slide into the 10. They're going to go 3 wide. Lyons looking to clear it. He couldn't, though. Fletcher still beating and banging. 6 laps to go. 2 chasers battle for the lead with 2 non-chasers. Now Buford 3 wide to the inside of the 88. Alex Fletcher clears the lead. Coming back to a big lap. 5 to go. Yellow flag would end it. Alex Fletcher in control. Jeffrey Buford slides up into Bean. Lyons sliding way wide. And will fall back to 4th, almost into the wall. 5 to go, yellow flag would end in Iowa. Chaser Alex Fletcher leads. 2 chasers, Buford and Bean. Can Fletcher run 5 solid laps? Or does the yellow flag come out to end it early? Racing back around to 4 to go. Andrew Bean looking inside Jeffrey Buford. And here comes Lyons trying to fight back forward. Lyons gonna look 3 wide for second. 4 laps to go in Iowa. Alex Fletcher leads in the 41. Looking to try and enter a fight for the championship with Landon Lyons. 3 to go this time by. It is a 4-car dash. It's Fletcher, Bean, Lyons, and Buford. And 3 laps to go. And 2 lap cars that have our race leaders. And these cars are battling for positions. This is for a top 20. 3 to go. Fletcher inside of Trey Rainey. Trying to cleanly get by him. And can Andrew Bean pounce if the door's open? He's looking low. 2 laps to go in Iowa. Alex Fletcher needs to run perfect laps. Right there, he goes wide. This is a shot for Bean down to the inside. And this could be a shot for Landon Lyons as well, the 10. Because they're side by side front. Can Fletcher clear? Bean's going to slide up. Now Lyons can take it 3 wide. Can Fletcher clear? He's got a nice run on the top side. 3 wide, Bean and bang into the line. White flag is out. And the point share is on the inside, 3 wide. He'll slide up into the 05. Almost contact made. Landon Lyons, our point share is clearing out front. Final time to turn 3. Fletcher gets in line in second, but it's not enough. Landon Lyons will extend the point share with a win in 15 points. Checkers are out. Lyons wins his 3rd of the season. Unbelievable. Everything worked out for Lyons today. The issues with scoring, the issues with lap cars, and for Lyons, it goes perfectly, and he wins after leading the most laps here in Iowa. That point series is going to be massive after today. Let's go see the finishing results in the point standings. Here are the finishing results from the Advanced Auto Parts 300 at the Iowa Speedway. 3 caution flags today for 12 laps, and 11 lead changes. 8 drivers lead today in this race. Landon Lyons started second outside of pole and leads the most laps at 25 en route to victory. Landon Lyons gets it done. Our points leader will extend the points lead by a great margin heading into the final 3 races of the season. Alex Fletcher, the 41, winds up getting second, so close to spoiling Lyons' party and actually closing in on the points lead himself, but he's actually going to lose 4 points after the day. Andrew Bean gets 3rd, Jeff Buford 4th. It was only those 4 at the end that had a shot. Ranking at the top 5, Riley Spurley 2nd. Then Freddie Soto gets 6th, Jeff Bright 7th, Brett Sierra next highest chaser in 8th, Jonathan Reigns the chaser in 9th, and ranking at the top 10, Alex Reynolds in the 23. Danny Lloyd gets 11th, so after starting 31st, it's not a bad day. However, it's a bad day in result of the 10 winning the race. If Lyons maybe didn't win, it would be a decent day for Lloyd, minimize the points lost. Instead, he loses 7 points to Lyons' points lead. 12th place to Evan Hunter, 13th for Marshall Burrow, 14th Matheus Wells, and 15th for Eli Bright. Sean Richardson gets 16th, John Smith 17th, 18th for Carson Bowers, 19th Casey Nacco, and ranking at the top 20, Jack Marshall in the 60. Finishing inside the top 20, we had 9 chasers, so almost half of the top 20 were chasers. In fact, inside the top 17, there were non-chasers, so half of the top 17 were chasers. shows that the Chasers did really, really well here tonight, even after all the issues that we saw in terms of lap bridge being up there, and that really affected the outcome of this race and really actually helped Landon Lyons. On the restart, it was only 2 cars at the front of the field, and then it kind of evolved a little bit into more, but still those front drivers were able to get away with all the lap cars, and it worked out for Landon Lyons in the end. All these drivers were 1 lap down or more because of some issues or crashes or whatnot. Trey Rennie, Edwin Mendez, Keegan Thompson, Cole Luigi, Jack Canaramo, Tyler Fink, Adam McDowell, Jonathan Beeford all 1 lap down, Justin Dedell 2 laps down, Zachary DeLello out, Anthony Hernandez was left running, Luke Rainey had a piston issue in the 22, Nathan Green, they have Leon Campana, Oliver Evans, Sebastian Kukulon, Jake Gowey, J. Reno Noggin Scott, and Bronson Minnick rounding out the field. At the right side of the point standings is a massive gap for anyone to make up. Landon Lyons has a 10-point advantage over Danny Lloyd, who is second in the points. So 10 points to make up for Lloyd in the final 3 races. Brett Sierra is now third. He has 12 points back. A tie for fourth, 14 points back for Alex Fletcher and Jonathan Rains. So they're right now 4th and 5th. Right now, I think those 5 have the best shot at the championship. Because they look down, and the next highest, who is right now 6th in points, is Nathan Green after his really, really bad day. But he's 18 points behind. That's going to be hard to make up in 3 races. I think right now is a 5-man race for the championship. And that's even if Landon Lyons loses the points, because 3 races left. He's on cruise control right now after winning. He's won his 2nd race of the chase, which is huge points. So he's only 3 chase races have been won by chasers. He's gotten 2 of them. So it's been a great chase for Lyons so far. He's had a bad race or 2, but those wins really make up for it. Down below Nathan Green in points, Keegan Thompson has 45, so he's 19 back. 21 points back for Evan Hunter. Marshall Burrow is 22 back. 23 back is Jonathan Buford. And they look down, and these drivers down here are definitely out of it, as if the other ones weren't out above them. John Smith is a good ways back. He needs 27 points. And then Mathis Wells has less than half of our points leaders total. Lyons has 64. Wells has 31. You have to make up 33 points, which I don't see possible in these final 3 races. It's mathematically possible. I just don't see it likely in 3 races. So 3 chase races remain, and we'll see if Lyons can keep that points lead or if others have a say in this championship fight. We're looking forward to our next race on the season. We're going racing in Chicagoland for the Gatorade 250. I will see you guys then.